Hello, friends. Thought I would continue my little best games of 2022 series now. I don't think this is like the greatest Muso game, but definitely stands on its own. I think it's an okay game. I think it just kind of crumbles under uh, needing to have such a massive roster and kind of trying to enforce replay value in a way that, most people weren't really interested in. As far as I can tell, most people actually played through this game at least twice, if not three times, to do all the stories, and then they kind of stopped. The game just kind of stops being interesting past that point. But I had fun with it. I played it a good 50, 60 hours, including my various save files and stuff.
Which battle do you wish to reflect on?
I think this is probably the best way that they've done clones in a while, but there's still too many characters and too few movesets. But I would definitely rather play this over Samurai Warriors 5. So I'm playing on emulator right now. It'll probably drop frames a little bit, but it should stabilize later. So I pretty much maxed out the main guy and then this guy. So you can pretty much just run a train on the whole map. So I already covered this game quite a bit when it came out. I'm just going to do some gameplay. I don't know if this is actually on sale right now, but if it is, you should probably jump on it, because first-party Nintendo games don't get steeply discounted like ever.
I've secured the area. Take a breather.
So I should probably explain something. The emulator Yuzu actually got a pretty big update for Koei Tecmo games specifically. Basically, they run quite a bit better. This game still drops frames quite a bit, but it's still like way better than playing on real hardware, so can't really complain too much.
Don't mind if I do. Too easy.
This is all my fault.
I don't know, I was really into this game for a while, but then I kind of found out how to break it. There's not really a lot of material replay value in this. I think it's pretty nuts that they want you to play through the game like 30 times to get all the rare accessories. The game kind of loses its steam after the second playthrough, honestly. Outside of story, but in terms of gameplay, I feel like the game kind of tapers off after the second playthrough. You've already unlocked everything. There's not a whole lot left to do. But that's just kind of the downside of having a Muso game with clones. It doesn't even really feel engaging to max out everybody because they're mostly the same. And they tried to differentiate the clones as much as they could, but it still kind of had the problem of, some are better than others, so realistically you're going to max out the best one for that type. And then the others are just going to sit in your roster unplayed. But if they're going to keep having Muso games with clones, I think this game does the best job of having that necessary evil. I'm honestly surprised there hasn't been DLC for this yet. I thought they would have announced something at the Game Awards, but maybe next Nintendo Direct they'll put out some DLC for this, hopefully.
Stand down. You shall pay for this. You hear? My turn? Who's next? Me? I could learn a thing or two from you. Stand down.
The stronghold's ours.
I really like the tag system in this game. One of the common complaints is that you can't really stagger enemies anymore. What they really want you to do is they want you to tag, and they want you to use your R1s to stagger them. Once you can, you can pretty much just keep them in hit stun forever. But I can get for people that are super into tag combos, it is a little bit off-putting and awkward that they designed the game that way, but overall I didn't mind. I adjusted to it pretty quickly.
Stand down. What was?
I would never be leaving my friends to die.
I should also give full disclosure, I am not a Fire Emblem fan in any capacity. I've never played any of the games. My knowledge comes from the first two Smash games, and I had a friend in high school named Mike who he used to play the Game Boy Advance one, and I was very impressed with the pixel art. I had to judge this game basically just on it being a Musou game and not really being anything else, for me at least. I think it does a good job of kind of trying to fix things that are a problem, especially in the first Fire Emblem Warriors game had the same problem. Too many clones, and you know, one would be like leaps and bounds better than the other, so the other characters basically didn't really have a reason to be there. From a gameplay perspective, obviously from the story they need to be there, but they could have like made them not playable, and the game probably would have been better overall. I think this game did a decent job of addressing that, but the problem is there's an unequal amount of loot. There's a lot of really crap abilities and stuff that you like never want to use, and I feel like if you're not invested in the story, and apparently a lot of people did not like the story for this game, I skipped it all, obviously, you know me, but I feel like the game kind of tapers off after the second playthrough, and just because of the lack of movesets and stuff to do in general, I think the game is just fun, moment-to-moment gameplay. I really like this game overall, but I'm hoping that they will expand upon it, maybe add like at least a couple more movesets so that like more of the clones would be worth using, and maybe have like something more interesting to grind for besides just beating the game over and over. Basically, they're like doing officially encouraged speedruns to get all the stuff, but I feel like by the time you do that, you'll probably be pretty burnt out. But overall, I recommend this game. If you're into Musou gameplay, it's actually one of the better Musou games to come out in quite a few years, actually. I wouldn't really rank anything probably below this outside of the past couple games we've gotten. I don't know if it's steeply discounted right now, but I wanted to get this out before the sales expire in the event that it does. I have a digital and physical version of this game, and I dumped my copy to play this on Yuzu. Now, apparently there was a patch I think like a month ago. They did like some pretty major bug fixes, so maybe support for the game has completely tapered off, but right now it seems like it's been several months and there's been nothing announced, so I'm not really sure what to expect there, but hopefully we'll get more for this awesome game. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back most likely tomorrow, no promises, with more of my favorite games from 2022. Peace.